talked to the Los Angeles Times bureau chief in Washington, D.C., and I got that call full on the AP. So the AP there was national. And, but I think, it's not just them calling the Attorney General, it's the activists there. You guys have done a great job. I'm very proud. I wish I didn't live in Moab. I wish I could come up to your actions because the stuff you've done is really special. Because when I went to the Red Leaf, resources hearing, they were asking me questions like this is about activism on the, and they were, and I just listened. They didn't actually. So that is partly, and then I think my quote that when it says they're looking for stock workers and I'm looking for people who stand up for accepting so I think we all kind of share responsibility. It's great because it's honestly.
Well, unfortunately, they're really psyched up about this tomorrow. From what Melanie and Naomi and I were hearing today, they're absolutely sure that they're going to be totally vindicated in the hearing tomorrow. And there was the one guy from the U.S. What was it, Melanie?
U.S. Oil Sands.
U.S. Oil Sands. So you really jumped all over me for that.
What do you mean vindicated?
U.S. Oil.
That they're what they're doing is good for us. It's a good project. They're not going to have any contamination. Everything will be fine. And we just don't understand.
But he kept talking our ear off about trying to explain that it's environmentally friendly. Like he kept coming back to Kathy, Rafael, and I. We definitely had him worried, so that was really good to see.
I'm glad you guys
Well, Naomi asked some really good questions, and Amy was there too. She asked some great questions. But they were surprised, I think, that we were there. I didn't like this last year.
I was surprised.
Yeah, so it's a little overwhelming because they just totally don't get it. And the state people did too.
Well, none of the state people have been out there except for Paul Baker. So they don't. The people who live in Moab haven't been there. I don't know how many of you have been there, but I think we all need to go out there and see what's done because they're not just going to rip up the landscape. They're going to destroy it. They're going to totally obliterate the top watershed, the springs. It's a very well-watered region.
From what source?
Because the tar sands is an impervious source. The groundwater won't go through it. And so there's this very thin groundwater system on top. And when they start to strip mine that, they're going to totally destroy the top of it. They're going to destroy the spring. They're providing water for the forest. That's providing forest for the deer and the elk. There are more there. If you do a drive there around 5 to 6:30, either dusk or dawn, you'll see hundreds of deer.
Where is this? Where?
It's in the East Avalos Plateau. It's on the border of Buena and Grand County. Most people call it the Book Cliff.
Book Cliff?
Book Cliff.
Okay.
And it's 8,000 to 10,000 feet tall. So there's aspens and Douglas firs and blue spruce and it's a deep canyon. It's exquisitely beautiful. There's oil and gas roads everywhere, but the higher in elevation you go, the less roads there are, and eventually it's a roadless area. There's proposed wilderness up there that's introduced icing up there. They introduced like bear. You'll see owls, you'll see gold eagles,
Why is it not protected then? Why is it protected and then they're trying to undo that? Is that what's going on?
yeah, they're gonna destroy everything. You know, and the topsoil there is very thin, and you know, they've already done like a 10-acre pit, and they scraped all the topsoil off, and they put it in a pile, because when they're done, they're supposed to take that soil and put it back.
On top of what?
And they're
Never
supposed to,
drained in exactly the same.
and they're supposed to put a minimum of 6 inches, and they have enough to maybe put a half inch on there. And so they're not,
So they're gonna bring in other substitutes.
and they're not required to reforest it, they're just required to put grass.
Which company is it on Sylvan?
It's called, well, it used to be called Earth Energy Resources, and now it's called U.S. Oils.
U.S. Oil Sands.
It's a Canadian company.
Okay.
And they're here because NASA let North American Free Trade.
And because Utah State, BLM still doesn't care about it.
Well, it was
Federal
real clear
government.
today that they're definitely focusing on the federal land, both the top dirt and the oil shale. The companies several of the companies mentioned that they're definitely focusing on what they can do with the federal land. Yes, and the BLM is just circling around.
Can you explain to me, because I'm quite ignorant with all of this, what does SITLA stand for?
School and Institutional Trust Land Administration.
Okay.
State.
Something like that.
Oh, well, I've been saying it wrong.
And actually, Senator Bennett explained how that all happened when, today, which I didn't know the total history of, so tell me if this is wrong. But when Utah became a state, the federal government owned all this land, and they said, okay, you're going to be a state, but we're going to give you some land mixed in with the federal land to support your schools. And so they've got these little dots of land all scattered about throughout the state that are governed or managed by the city. And they're supposed to use whatever money they make from this land to finance education for the students.
And so if they sell this to the oil companies or the,
They can sell it, I think
they, they give a lease or whatever.
They have a mandate to use it in the best interest of the stakeholders, which is the question here. I mean, is it in the best interest of the stakeholders being Utah citizens and special school children to strip mine the land that's used that way? So like development, it's all what they say it is, basically, or how big of a fuss we make it out there they decide to do it.
But they can trade it, and that was one of Senator Bennett's big deals, was that this project was to trade the SITLA land that wasn't so developable, it didn't have oil, for federal land, BLM land, that was more likely to have oil on it, so that SITLA could get more money by development.
Okay.
So some of it they traded, and I don't know. But I heard you guys know the history better.
Is that why there's a conglomerate?
That's the caveat. So in a section, you have 36 square miles, 6 miles by 6 miles. And of those 36 sections, which is a mile by mile, the state gets 4. But if you'll notice, when you look at SITLA's property map, you'll see there's clumps. Okay? So where did those come from? So whenever a national monument, national park, national recreation area, or is formed, they take the tribal lands out and the state lands, and they exchange, because they just, that, when the national park happens, it is completely 100% federal, which means it belongs to us. And then they extract the tribal lands and the state lands, and they try to give those lands that are to be more developable. So they put them around little towns like Moab, so that they can become resorts. Or they put them in, they clump them in tar sand areas, so that the state can get revenue for royalties from the oil.
Okay, you said tribal lands?
Tribal lands too. So for example, when they made Lake Powell when they made Glen Canyon National Recreation Area, there was Navajo tribal land, and so they gave the Navajos more land someplace else. In fact, they gave them the Aneth oil field near Aneth, along the San Juan River, which is a very rich oil district, and so it's made a lot of money for the Navajos. So what the federal government tries to do is make the deal good for the states and the tribes, so they won't complain. They don't give them really land like they give them. So most of this land that's up there came from, I believe, Escalante National Monument, and they just clumped it in the tar sands district. So in fact, there's more. I'm in Grand County. I live in Moab. There's more state lands in Grand County per mile than any other place in Utah, and it's mostly tar sands. It's just.
I would like to say, as far as what the law says, as it was revised in 1994, it says that Sitla must administer the land in balancing the most prudent and the most profitable use of the land reflected to the stakeholders. As far as federal lands and state lands in the state of Utah, the Utah Constitution, and this is the point, I believe it's over the word may. The Utah Constitution, when it is formed, when the state was formed and was incorporated in the Constitution, it says that the federal government may sell federal land to the state of Utah. The state of Utah's current position, as far as quote-unquote federal and state balance, says that word may means must. And must sell lands, whereas any other lawyer, and as previously has been discussed in what's considered settled law, Supremacy Act of the United States, the United States may decide to sell land, but it has no requirement to.
All right.